Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dark Messiah. Welcome to the main event. This is the Social Slam podcast. And with me, I have Cobra and Alex. Say hello, guys.
Hello.
So, how we doing, guys?
I'm doing great.
Doing good.
Yeah.
So what did we think about Backlash?
So Alex, I think you should start on that one. What do you think?
I think that the card was pretty lackluster, to say the least. A lot of interferences I wasn't expecting in some of the matches that made little to no sense. That kind of skewed storylines. Because I don't know why a guy named Americano interfered in the Pentademic match. I know there's speculations that they could face the Lucha Bros, but there's only one of him. So who is going to tag with him to fight the Lucha Bros in a match?
Yeah, I was about to say, well, it can't be Jason Jordan.
No.
Well, there's still an ongoing a backstage feud going on with Penta and El Grande Americano and Chad Gable. And I guess they were continuing what happened on Monday night.
I mean, it could, unfortunately, I think his partner could be, unfortunately, famous women respecter Alberto Del Rio. Unfortunately,
and
I cannot. No way.
And on the topic of Penta and Grande, I saw a rumor from the radio station that there's a rumor that Penta and Grande Americano are going to face in a possible match at SummerSlam, which could be dividends to either one of them. If Grande Americano is who we believe he is, which is Shaggy, is not him, then I don't know who heck it is.
Well, I think that'd be stupid to Penta to lose that match. I think it'd be stupid to do so.
His name is Grande Americano.
Yeah. Again, and I think it'd be stupid for Penta to lose that match if they book it like that. As I was saying, Penta is one of the top marketable luchadors out there. Let me speak. And to do that, and to take away the essence of Penta, I think is the stupidest thing that WWE would ever do. It would definitely reek of Vince Russo, because why would you take away, something that is highly marketable, especially for WWE, because Penta merch is going off the shelves, period.
Well, they've had him lose at 2 straight PLEs now.
Yeah, but I think Penta might change his fortune might change. It's long form storytelling, Ben.
And they keep talking. They keep mentioning his brother, Ray Phoenix, during the Raw promo at the backstage area. So I'm having a feeling they're gonna be bringing him in eventually here shortly.
He was on SmackDown last week and had a hell of a match. So I wouldn't be surprised if they brought him in.
Yeah, I missed that one. I didn't see that.
Penta's also lost by interference by Judgment Day, because at the last pay-per-view, Judgment Day interfered, and this pay-per-view, Judgment Day interfered, and he keeps losing because of Judgment Day.
Well, this one wasn't because of Judgment Day, though.
Yeah, this was just Dominic Mysterio.
And let's be honest, that headbutt that El Grande Americano did, it really didn't look too impactful anyway. It kind of looked like he botched it a little bit.
Yeah, it looked like that to me when I saw that on Backlash. It looked like he kind of missed a lot of it in that loaded mask of his.
Yeah.
What was next on the card?
You have the Fatal 4-Way with Drew McIntyre, L.A. Knight,
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu, and Damian Priest. This was a hell of a match. I think
thought
this
this
was
was the
probably
best
the match of the night.
I was about to say that, Ben. This was match of the
Oh,
night
well.
for me as well.
Bazinga.
Zinga. Alex, anything you want to add to this?
No, you got. I thought that was the match of the night. Jacob Fatu showing his dominance in the Fatal 4-Way. Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest feud boiling over like it always has, and that Jeff Cobb is a part of the bloodline now, which it seemed like Fatu did not like at all, knowing the brutal history in the Indies before Cobb even came to WWE. So it's very interesting. LA Knight showing that he is main event material and should be a world champion in a year or two because he needs to be pushed and put over at some point.
Yeah. As to add to that,
You're breaking up there.
as I was saying, I wouldn't be surprised if they booked LA Knight against John Cena in his retirement run. I mean, John Cena's looking for more opponents. Why not LA Knight? Yeah.
Yeah.
But Damian Priest had a very botchy Hurricane Rana that looked very dangerous, but came out of it unscathed.
I didn't
It
notice
was,
that.
yeah, it was a very botched Hurricane Rana. But again, still match of the night despite its flaws.
Well, how about that one part where Damian Priest finally gets even with Drew McIntyre, and he takes Drew McIntyre in front of the camera and says, "Drew McIntyre looks bored at work."
that was clever.
That shit was funny. It made me laugh.
Yeah.
And then when Damian Priest took Drew and threw him to that table, that was great.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But something's definitely cooking. We're definitely going to get Fatu versus Solo at SummerSlam.
Yeah. I think we're about to see the bloodline start to fracture. Not start already. They're already fractured, but this might compound.
Oops.
Yep.
To just a
next
women's
on the-
match of the night. I think Becky put Layla over last night. The IC title match was really intense, and it seems like Becky Lynch has gone unhinged doing this armor after the match for apparently no reason because she lost. But Layla has been put over by Becky Lynch last night, and this is not the end between Becky and Layla Valkyria at all for the IC title.
Yeah, they're going to have one more
I-
match, and Becky's probably going to win at SummerSlam, to be honest.
I was just about to say, yeah, I agree with you on that. That Becky Lynch put her over.
Yeah.
Which again, it needed to happen. Like Becky
Well,
Lynch
with all
is
the
in the. I was saying Becky Lynch being in the long end, at the tail end of her career, it was due.
and also with the fact that they just released a ton of female superstars.
Yeah.
So they have kind of like a thin field right now. I'm thinking they're bringing in some new talent from NXT here soon.
New talent from
so too
NXT, maybe some. Go ahead, Alex.
I think so too with Jada Parker doing what she's doing in NXT. Roxanne is crushing it, being called up. Cora Jade might come back on the main roster. She was released, but might come back eventually because of how thin they are on the main roster for women. But NXT is the place to go for women talent right now because of how many champions are producing. We saw Ruka being Women's North American Champion, which I did not expect to say delivered, but I was really happy about. And I think she's a great champion now. So definitely excited for the future of next year with all these NXT women being caught up.
I was also reading a rumor about one of the NXT stars. I can't remember her name. The one black girl, the big girl. Not she's not heavy set, but she has muscles. I'm trying to remember her name. She hasn't been utilized lately. Oh, what is her name? But they were talking about using.
Last Legend?
Yes, yep, that's
Jade,
her.
or
Yeah,
I was about to say Jade Cargill, but
yeah, it was Last Legend. They're talking about using her as a bodyguard for Becky Lynch.
That's interesting.
They were teasing Jade and Charlotte in the future, I think. What I saw online.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna get an opinion from my cousin about one of the matches. So what did you think about the Fatal 4-Way?
I thought it was pretty brutal, honestly. I didn't think they were ever going to stop beating up on that one guy in the corner. I forget the names. to some of these.
Hold on, Ben.
Yep.
By the way, what's your cousin's name so we can actually credit
You
him?
want to go by? What do you want to go by?
Durango Django.
Durango
Django.
What?
Yep, Durango Django.
Durango Django. Okay. All right. We'll make sure to credit you, but we'll definitely make sure to credit you, man.
I don't remember the names of some of the wrestlers, though. That's all.
It's
but
all
I
right.
watched
Hey,
it last night. It was pretty rough. I didn't think they were ever going to let them out of the corner.
Interesting.
When they were beating up on him and they went up on the side.
You tell him which guy you're referring to, LA Knight?
Yeah, I guess I was.
The one he pinned?
Yeah, the one that he pinned.
Damn.
It seemed like he was just toying with.
Damn, you alright with this?
Yeah, easy, man. Easy.
You get that checked out.
Sorry.
Yeah, we don't need to throw up the X, man.
Yeah, we don't need to throw the X up. And the next match that we gotta talk about, I guess we covered Becky Lynch, I guess. So what are our thoughts on?
We gotta talk about the Gunther Pat McAfee matchup.
I was gonna bring that up. Yep.
That was a rough one.
Pat
McAfee didn't even stand a chance. I thought he was going to win. I thought he was taking him out for a little bit there, but he did not win that.
Let me. I'll let me say my opinion on.
Then when they brought the announcer in there, things really got hectic.
Let me add my. Let me say this. This matchup had no storyline, if that makes sense. Like, it was a great athletic contest, but in the words of Dusty Rhodes, where's the money? Like, there was no payoff. There was nothing in this match that made you go, okay, this is going to be a great match. This was just, an athletic contest from great competitors like Pat McAfee, Gunther. It had a lot of flash. It had a lot of flash and style, but no substance. I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong, but it didn't get me invested. If that, does that make sense?
No, it makes sense. It was just a thrown in together match, a filler match, really. Like, I don't know, like Backlash, it felt very short. Didn't have many like flashy matches or anything meaningful, really, if you get what I'm thinking. The only thing it really meant, the only matches that really made a difference was I wouldn't even say the first match, really, because I don't know. I mean, you would say, maybe because it added a little bit of a story. The Becky Lynch thing, because she helped a younger talent. But the only thing really that stood out was the last match that we're getting to is John Cena and Randy Orton.
Yeah. But you have to give credit where credit is due. Pat McAfee did way better than any of us expected. He hasn't wrestled in a match. I think this WrestleMania 40 when he fought, I believe it was Austin Theory or Vince McMahon or whatever that was. Because both of them, yeah. He hasn't wrestled since then, and he gives Gunther a run for his money. I thought Gunther was going to lose in a second. Some of the parts of the match, I was like, ooh. And Michael Cole doing all the talking and trying to get in there. I'm like, Michael Cole, sit down. You're gonna die. Stop.
And
No.
he also did a botch too. If you know, did you see that too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was also they tried to do the Rick Rude versus Ultimate Warrior spot, if that makes sense, with the manager trying to hold his feet down. Yeah.
Gunther looked like he wanted to rip his head off. I was like, Michael Cole, stop. No. No.
And then at the end, Gunther at least gave him some respect, so that was cool.
Yeah. I think we need to Ben, I think we need to address something that just came up recently.
What's that?
We unfortunately we had some sad news. We had some sad news today. ECW legend Sabu passed away today.
Oof, that's rough.
So, Ben, since you are leading this thing, can you do the announcement of a 10-bell salute?
Do you want me to give a eulogy? Because I don't have a bell.
No. I do. I have the bell, but just say what you got to say. It. Moment of silence for a 10-bell salute.
And now we're going to give a moment of silence to the ECW god, Sabu himself.
Yeah, 10-bell salute. Here we go.
Are you there? Because you're quiet.
I guess they didn't pick it up.
Yeah.
Like 3 of them cut off.
We might have to edit that and add in a fake bell.
Yeah, I'll ask Keith about that.
So, what did we think about the John Cena versus Randy Orton match?
Alex, start us off.
Now, I'm going to also say this match also had implications afterwards as well. I don't know if anybody saw the press conference.
I really thought it was going to be a normal main event with John Cena, but it spiraled out of control. 2 referees knocked unconscious. Managers and security were RKO'd left, right, and center because Randy Orton was fuming because the crowd counted the 10 because there's no referees. And it seems like this match started out basic and normal and totally fine, and then it just midway through it just fell apart for no reason. And I think Randy Orton deserves to get his 11th World Championship. Not to say John Cena didn't deserve to retain. It's just how it happened. John Cena should have not have retained that way because of with everything that happened at the end of that match.
Yeah. I will definitely add this was not a great showing from either combatant. John Cena obviously has had better matches. Randy Orton has as well. This definitely smells like a Cena wins lull moment. But I think this opens the door for a lot of potential matchups that, and I hate to say this. Actually, I don't hate to say it because I've been saying it. I have been saying it for quite some time now. we're going to see that match after all. I have this funny feeling we are. Joe Hendry versus John Cena.
We
Say
get all
his
truth.
name and he appears.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
We get all truth for Cena before we get Cena and Joe Hendry.
We're getting R-Truth versus Cena. Saturday night main event.
And all truth is not winning that title. Let's make that perfect clip. Like, oh, all truth wins the title. All truth wins the title. No, no, don't do that.
No. Little Jimmy's gonna win it.
That would, no, to be fair, that'd be amazing.
We won't see the match
really?
because they're both invisible.
Fun fact: R-Truth pitched an idea to Mattel Toys one time to make an action figure for Little Timmy.
Little Jimmy.
Or
Yeah.
Little Jimmy, I mean.
It'd be an empty box because he's invisible, like John Cena is.
Well, another idea would have been have him in the box next to a person that would have been in there. So just empty space.
Yep.
But I mean, so at the press conference, I guess you guys saw what happened. He put R-Truth through the table.
Yep. And not only that, but it also looked like he was wanting more challengers, which okay.
Yep, he said I'm ready for more challengers. He just wants more competition. I feel like he's not going to go against his usuals. I think you're right.
No, I think we're gonna get like I said, and we said earlier, LA Knight
Yeah.
would be a good one. LA Knight versus John Cena would be a great matchup. We're definitely. By the way, we are going to see CM Punk. I have this funny feeling we're gonna face off against CM Punk. He's probably going to be the last one.
Well, funny enough, John Cena posted on his Instagram just recent image of the. Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
I'm gonna look it up. It's an image of the old title spinner belt and ice cream cone being splattered up against the belt.
Oh, yeah.
The spinner belt has been teased. The spinner belt, if it does come back, which by the way, okay. Thank you. But if the spinner belt comes back, I think it'd be perfect for the current John Cena character.
So. And the ice cream is a spin to CM Punk.
My question with that is, are we going to get CM Punk versus John Cena like we had before, where Punk wins the belt and then leaves again? Because he did that in 2013. He left with the belt after he beat John Cena. John Cena's like, oh, you're not going to win the belt. Are we going to get that? Or are we going to get CM Punk winning and staying as world champion and being dethroned at WrestleMania or later down the line? That's what I'm wondering.
Well, if CM Punk does that, then that means he turns a heel CM Punk, and he's not gonna leave, obviously. But that would make it a twisty turn.
Mm-hmm.
It would be interesting.
Do I want it to happen? No. But I'm not the biggest fan of the spinner belt, and I feel like Cena should have went back to his Thugonomics theme song instead of his babyface theme song and doing his like babyface John Cena, but as a heel. And it seems like slowly turning back to babyface, not acting so like heel anymore. If you get the press conference, trying to get questions asked instead of just skipping the conference and then obviously still doing it after he put All Truth to the table because All Truth made fun of him because All Truth was telling the truth. People do say he sucks and can't wrestle, and he's telling the truth. John Cena needs to know that, but he's so hyperfixated on being the GOAT, and I don't like they referring to him as that because he's technically not. If you think about it, he just has the accolades to be considered as that.
Yes. I definitely agree with you on that. I'll be right back, guys. But step out for a minute.
What did you think of the main event, Ben?
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. That must have been because I connected to Wi-Fi. What did I think of the John Cena and Orton match?
Yeah.
I liked it. However, like Jason was saying, it did feel like a basic John Cena match. Just like not a lot of anything, really, if you know what I mean. Now, I did like the part where John Cena went to go do the AA and Randy Orton also countered at the same time, and they both hurt each other, and he did the RKO kind of thing as he was getting AA'd.
He seems to be like the GOAT of reversing finishes. We had the Seth Rollins curb stomp in the RKO back in 2018?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think my favorite one was the Evan Bourne one where he did the backflip and what was it, a 450 splash or some shit?
That was
It was a shooting star
deadly.
press. A shooting star press.
Shooting star. Oh, it wasn't Evan. Was it Evan? Yeah, it was Evan Bourne.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he
Board.
murdered everyone in that.
Yeah.
So,
He just
but which, by the way, the RKO is obvious. Is the diamond cutter? It's obvious.
yeah. I mean, it's a backwards diamond cut.
No, it's not a back. It is a diamond cutter. It is. Let's not sugarcoat that. And Diamond Dallas Page, of course, was the guy who, first originated the out of nowhere spot. It's
But
and of
also,
course it started
yeah.
with Eddie Guerrero.
Well, you know who else also does it basically? Also does one like it too. The Miz.
Yeah,
But he's not relevant anymore.
but
He's what?
that spot was originated by DDP. And like I said,
Yeah.
it was the out of nowhere spot again was invented when he did it on Eddie Guerrero.
Are you there, Jason? You broke up again.
But Discord's been having his problems. Apparently.
Yeah.
You and Mickey.
Discord's having some issues tonight. I'm home too and connected to Wi-Fi.
What the? Discord's being an absolute douche nozzle.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Sean.
But anywho, is there anything like we know AEW is botching it has been just botching their talent. Is there anything
They
you
don't
would
know
want
what
to-
they're doing.
They don't.
And the fact
they
that,
really.
go ahead.
It kind of sucks because there's a lot of good wrestlers on there.
There is.
And it just
There is. I don't know if you're still talking. I think there you went quiet. There you go.
Yeah, I was letting you continue.
But I mean, yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, me and Alex were talking the other day, and Alex thought Jericho was 45. I was like, well, no, I don't think he is. And I looked up; he was 54. And like, I understand. Like, he's showing his age dramatically lately. The Young Bucks, they're not getting any younger. Their egos are taking over the company because they're the vice president or wherever they are, and like they booked themselves to win. Let's be honest. It's not sugarcoated. Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega's pretty much done.
Kenny Omega's pretty much done. Yeah, you're right. He's pretty much done. he didn't really book himself to win too much. At least he wasn't as bad as the Young Bucks. Young Bucks put themselves everywhere. They had to be in every spotlight. Here we are. Here we're here. We're here. Like nobody wants to see you. And then they pushed Cody Rhodes out, and they don't have Wardlow, or what is that his name?
Yeah, Wardlow.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone now. I think he's been released, or he quietly had his contract expired. I think he's gone. Soraya, aka Paige, she's gone.
Yeah, she might come back to WWE.
Yeah, she might come back to WWE.
But
Also,
that also
Black is
might not,
getting-
that might not happen. That actually might not happen now with Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah, that's true. But I think that is a way of having him. This only issue is that he has the title right now, so they have to sign him, no matter what. But maybe they'll let him. Maybe they'll have him lose, or maybe there's something in the contract stipulation. I don't know. They might just keep them separate. I don't know. They might not even bring them into the same shows. They might just keep it like. I'm trying to figure out how that's gonna work.
Yeah.
And then the House of Black has been dismantled because House of Black's in WWE now. Buddy Matthews is being basically written off television. Bodie Lee is nowhere to be found. Joey Hart is being pushed singly after coming back from injury. So I don't know what they're doing with that either.
Buddy Matthews has been on TNA a lot. Like, I don't understand what is going on. I understand there's like a partnership going on with AEW too and TNA, but it's like, does AEW not realize that TNA has a partnership going on with WWE as well? And you have a well-known former WWE competitor wrestler in TNA a lot right now, and you're just promoting WWE technically because they're like, oh, look who that is. You know, like, come on. Like, I don't know. I don't think AEW knows what they're doing because their talent is being misused. Look at what happened to Rusev. They're MJF. What is going on with this storyline with
Okay, let's make it.
Backlash? Yeah, what is going on? This makes no sense. Absolutely zero sense to me.
They also lost Jeff Cobb, one of the biggest free agents out of New Japan, to WWE. If they could have pushed him for something, because they have a big promotion with New Japan with what is it, AEW New Japan, whatever it's called. I forgot the name of it, but the partner pay-per-view they have.
Forbidden Door.
Yeah, Forbidden Door. They lost Jeff Cobb for that. The Dark
Yep.
Order has basically imploded. The Dark Order has been basically written off TV at this point because they're not nowhere to be found. They're in singles matches, they're on Collision, they're this, that, and the third. The roster is overly signed with WWE talent that is either too old, too bitch boys, and just people that toxes masculinity in that locker room that ruins everything. The reason Jack Perry has been written off like it was CM Punk and what they did last year with the backstage ball.
What was the shoot? Who's that one rest? Oh yeah, you like when they did the House of Black and everything. Like they have no like storytelling going on. Like nothing's going on. Like they're misusing Hangman Page.
Like they're murdering
Christian.
Darby Allin because they're not doing anything with him, even though he's the four pillars of AEW. He's one of the four pillars.
Yeah. Who? Which one?
Darby Allin.
He's currently climbing the mountains.
He seems to always
Darby Allin's on Everest. Yeah,
Gets
Darby Allin's
to the
on Mount
bottom
Everest.
every
Yeah,
time.
he's currently on Mount Everest right now, bro.
Oh yeah, he wants TNT Championship. He gets right there and then gets kicked to the bottom again because Jack Perry has to win. Oh, something has to happen. And he gets injured. He gets kicked to the bottom again. He's been pushed for singles titles for the past 4 years and has zero anything.
Well, look what happened to Britt Baker.
DDF.
She
I
got
love Britt Baker.
kicked out because of Adam Cole.
That's because they broke up or divorced or whatever they did, and that's a strong behind the scenes.
So that's why AEW was like, oh, and on top of that, that wasn't the only reason. Though. You know the other reason, right?
Was she toxic in the locker room?
Her and MJF were having an issue in the locker room.
That's why Andrade got released recently too, because he divorced Charlotte Flair. Toxicity.
It's AEW unfortunately has no direction right now. It's like kids in the candy store just having fun with each other and just eating all their sugar. And and another thing, like that, like AEW, I understand that they have more of a like more extreme, I guess, moments, but do we have to have blood in every single John Moxley match? Like that one with him and Edge was kind of disgusting.
We would have to, because John Moxley has to look tough and powerful because he made you bleed in the match.
It's just disturbing though. Like even like I was watching the reaction from Stevie Richards, and he's like, "There's no way I would never do something like this. This is just stupid." He was like, the nails that are on this board are not even sawed down to make them dull. They're pointy. They have edges on them. They got stuck in his skin. You had to pull them out. They were yanking at his skin.
Yeah.
He was like, that's just ridiculous.
Am I the only one that thinks Eric Bischoff is by AEW and run it? Because I think he can run it better than Tony Khan can right now.
Eric Bischoff, unfortunately, is doing something with Hulk Hogan that makes zero fucking sense. Wait,
Yeah.
sorry. Famous racist Hulk Hogan. Excuse me. Sorry.
All American wrestling, or real American, whatever.
Yeah, he's which Hulk Hogan has no, I repeat, no business with regular collegiate style wrestling, with freestyle wrestling. He has no business.
Well, that's why they hired the other guy. I think Hogan and Bischoff's there for like the management, for like the promotion and the
But even so, Hogan has no business in freestyle wrestling. No business.
No, he
at all.
doesn't.
You know, this is money laundering. That's what I am going to say. This is money laundering.
Definitely wasn't on my bingo card for 2025.
I'm also not sure how long it was going to last at this point, because I feel like every week I see the viewership just go down and down and down and down every single week. I'm wondering who's watching this enough that he can put 3 shows on TV, 2 shows on TV every week, with Dynamite, Collision, and whatever else they have. I forgot because I don't watch AEW anymore because screw that. But it's like, how long are they going to lose viewership and be beat by NXT and WWE every week to be like, oh shit, we need to fix something? And that's basically releasing everybody and starting from scratch with a person who can actually write storylines to have Tony Khan write storylines from the back on the computer screen, watching you like, oh, I can write scripts. No, you can't. Get a good writer. Like, it's just start over and just start from scratch. And then maybe we can reconsider you being a top person in wrestling.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, it has not been great for AEW. It seems like when Cody Rhodes left, the product has turned to shit.
Well,
like that.
Yeah, because what? He left before CM Punk left, right?
He left. He left before. No, he was gone. But I think he was gone before.
It was supposed to be what, 39? He came back at Seth Rollins, I think it was. It was like 2021, 2022.
Yeah.
Around there.
Yeah. Yeah, he came back in 2021, I think.
But that's because he was written off TV and had ladder matches with Sammy Guevara every 5 seconds, and it was destroying his body because Guevara was murdering him off those ladders too much. And his match against Dusty Rhodes was kind of just like one-off, bloody, brother versus brother match. And like, oh, they can fight because they're brothers. And, oh, Cody won. Up, bye.
Well,
speaking of underused wrestlers, Sammy Guevara.
Yeah.
He's very underutilized.
What, three-time TNT champion? And he winning all
Yeah.
television at this point?
And look at Starks. He's now in NXT, doing well.
Yeah,
And
Ricky Saints.
Yeah, and every NXT show, they're like, Tony fumbled.
He did. He did.
Yeah,
I'm glad he kept the code.
Also, speaking of, so there's two events tonight. There's an AEW event and there's an NXT event, and they're both going head to head tonight. Who do you think is going to have the better ratings? First of all, second of all, do you think possibly, just think about it, could Trick Williams possibly win the belt from Joe Hendry, and then Thursday night Joe Hendry wins it back on TNA? I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool for a short-lived run. That'd be kind of neat.
I think Joe Hendry's on his way out. I do. You know, he's gonna go to WWE full time. Joe Hendry has made so much of an impact, in WWE that it'd be stupid not to get him in. That's my opinion. That's where I stand on that. Joe Hendry versus John Cena, WWE title, make it happen.
I do agree with Cobra. I think Joe Hendry's also out of TNA. He hasn't been able to really push himself in the storyline with that belt. He's had a couple great, I think, 3 ways, 4 ways that he's retained in. Trick Williams has been a thorn in his side for the past, 2 months because of it. And it seems like Trick is going to win that title, whether he likes it or not. Whether Joe Hendry likes it or not. And with how NXT is building their talent with TNA stars, and it's actually working effectively, and New Japan stars like Stephanie and Julia, and et cetera, this is a prime opportunity for WWE to pluck Joe Hendry off of TNA and throw him on SmackDown or Raw and have him actually compete for a single title. They give you a great US title champion or an IC title champion. And eventually, if the time is right, heavyweight champion or WWE champion, when Triple H feels need to do that.
I think it would be great on SmackDown because of the blue colors he usually wears.
I think so too. And are you talking about the NXT event tonight? Are you talking about Legends and Future Greats? Is that what you're talking about?
Who?
You said there's an NXT and AEW event tonight, so I was curious what you were talking about.
No, Battlegrounds is NXT Battlegrounds.
Oh, that's the 25th.
Oh, is it? I thought
It's
it
like
was
2 weeks
tonight.
from me. Yeah.
Because they said there was an AEW was going against NXT. So is that next week then?
I think AEW. What is the pay per view next week? I don't know the schedule at this point. I don't care.
Yeah. AEW's
Double or
kind of
Nothing.
lackluster for me. Yeah.
Double or Nothing is the 25th. So, but NXT is gonna blow them out of the water. NXT has a really good card for Battleground. Double or Nothing, I didn't even know existed until 2 days ago. I was like, oh, they have a pay per view event. Soon.
Yeah, I thought it was tonight. I guess it's not.
Yeah, I think NXT's gonna win them in viewership. Honestly speaking, here.
Yeah. Like I said, AEW's product has not been the best. And it definitely has lost its shine on me.
Have you seen the crowds lately for their second show they have? They've been in really small venues lately.
Yeah. That is not good. That is not good.
I mean, it makes sense. They have a champion whose belt is in a briefcase and is being guarded by his goons and has been running AEW like he's Tony Khan for no reason. And John Moxley needs to lose that title to somebody because I'm tired of not seeing the World Championship belt because it's in that stupid briefcase he walks around. It's pointless and lame.
Who has it?
John Moxley is the world champion, but it's in.
John Moxley has it? I didn't even know he had it.
Yeah, because it's in that briefcase. It's that little briefcase. Mia Shafir carries around, whatever her name is.
Why did he do that? Because I haven't really been watching the storyline on it.
Because he's the Death Fighter, so he runs AEW. So if you can't see the title, then he's not actually champion, and it's to protect the title from being stolen from anybody because it's guarded by everybody else.
I remember
Huh.
when that first started out, everybody thought it was going to be Shane McMahon that was ahead of that shit.
Hey, not gonna lie, maybe they need Shane McMahon right now. Like,
Hey, they need something,
woof.
man.
Yeah, no other way to
Get
say it.
both McMahons.
Woof, that product has not been good.
Get Vince and Shane in there because something's going
Oh
on.
no, you do you do not want famous women respecter Vince McMahon into AEW.
No, what they
Speaking
need to
of,
do. What? Speaking of.
yeah, he just lost his lawsuit, by the way.
But say, he has like 5 lawsuits against him with WWE for inappropriate touching.
I was about to say, yeah, he just lost a major battle in one of his lawsuits.
There are too many pretty women in AEW did not need to be violated by Vince McMahon because they're pretty and attractive.
Yeah, I mean, he probably wanted to show off his amazing dildo collection, named after Brock Lesnar, Shawn Michaels, and maybe even Pat Patterson. I don't know. Knowing Vince.
Yeah, that makes sense. Brock Lesnar is also kind of a famous woman respecter because of everything going on with him and his assault lawsuits against him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, lately TNA's been doing way better than A&W.
Yeah, I mean,
AEW is just...
Is in charge.
because they actually know what they're doing. They're the little engine that could in wrestling, and I am definitely rooting for. I definitely rooted for TNA for a long time.
Yeah, same.
So it's not like it's not like this wasn't you know it's not like this wasn't uncommon for me.
There's a reason they bought AAA Wrestling and part of it TNA. They know what they're doing. They know what's happening. And AAA Wrestling has the wrestlers that can push WWE, like what is it? Hilo DeFinico or excuse me for butchering his name, but the Viking luchador.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. They know what they're doing. And AEW is wasting your Japan talent like it's trash. Oh, you want to push Will Ospreay? Oh, what? Let's push him to get destroyed on TV and then not win any singles titles because he has to be put over and then die. Then put over and then die. Because he should have won, what was it, the last pay-per-view? When he was fighting for the World Championship? He should have won. But he didn't. Because they pushed him and he died. Because they like to push the last for no reason and they kill him.
They do it all the time. They did it to Hangman Page. They did it to Swerve.
At least Swerve was champion for half a second.
Yeah. Who else? Who else? Who were you just talking about? You were talking about what's this? Who else? Oh, Ricochet. So they're force feeding us Ricochet down our throats because WWE and AEW, and they like to take stabs at WWE a lot. And I don't know, man. I'm still not digging Ricochet's character. Like, he still can't talk
He
on mic.
can't talk on a mic with anything. He sounds like he's 7 years old. He can't speak with anything. He can't cut a promo with a damn. And I'm sick and tired of singing him. Get him off my screen. It's bad enough I had to listen to MJF.
You're a better promo than Ricochet.
It's bad enough to listen
Seriously, I could do this voice and I sound like Ricochet.
It's bad enough I have to listen to MJF moan and complain and bitch to his syndicate to let me in. I can do it. I can hurt people. Look at me. Look how strong I am. Shut up. Every week it's the same nonsense with MJF. I'm like, leave me alone. Stop it. I already didn't like you, and I don't like you enough because you sound like a baby. I know. Go away. Shoot.
Yeah, like the whole, like I don't know, their whole story. They have no directions with their storylines. There's nothing makes sense.
That sounds about right. Like to be
Just
fair,
more-
that definitely sounds about right.
Just more WWE guys being buried on TV because they're WWE guys and they have to change their names and push them for no reason to be tag team champions and then never defend them because they're the syndicate. And MVP controls AEW with them.
Yeah. Anywho, I don't think we have anything else to add, do we?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Ben, what's our affiliate link for this week? On the social slam.
Our sponsor this week is going to be Fanatics, where you can get your WWE gear and merchandise. And on top of that, you can get your wrestling belts for your favorite sports team, even your college team. So go check out Fanatics.
And
The link is
since
in
it
the bio.
and if you are listening right now, they are having their Mother's Day sale. So if you're getting ready for football, baseball, hockey, or whatever sport you follow, use our affiliate link. Take advantage of the Mother's Day sale. Not only show the channel some love, but insert some savings into your pocket. Fanatics.
It's even possible they might have some Mother's Day gear, like pink stuff, on sale for Mother's Day.
Yeah. So, I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Go check out our other podcast, The Dirt and Turf. You got the Lap Down, and then you have our football podcast, which right now we are in hiatus. Yeah, and then we're gonna have the college football podcast come up, hopefully in August. That's what we're hoping. That's gonna be Passing the Pigskin as returning.
Yep. And also, do not forget our hockey podcast, which we just had, Biscuits and Penalties. Alex and I had a great episode this week.
Had a brain fart. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Forgetting about hockey. Don't ever do that, man. Anywho, and of course, don't forget to check us out on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and wherever you get your podcasts. And also, don't forget to check out our social medias. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We have Twitter. And also I have a Blue Sky, so look out for Cobra.
And we do have a Patreon, but we're not sure if we want to keep it around. If you guys are interested in something like that, where we can do maybe exclusive stuff, like maybe bloopers and special episodes or videos, and if you guys are interested, maybe we can do that and make it like a subscription wall or something, or maybe even free stuff as well.
We're definitely gonna have to figure that out. Not gonna lie. So once again, that is it. For Social Slam Podcast.
Like,
Ben?
comment, follow, subscribe. Have a great
And
day.
also,
don't let the mat. Oh, go ahead.
And ring that bell. Ding, ding, ding.
Don't let your face hit the mat.
Yeah, ring that bell. See you next time.